Good morning. It is 5:30 in the morning. Just off to feed the horses. And that's going to be it for chores this morning for me. Carmen's home today, so she's going to let the ewes out to pasture. She's going to feed the chickens. So apparently I missed a hell of a show last night. There's photos all over Facebook of this majestic rainbow that went all the way across the sky. It was beautiful red sunset. Where was I? In bed. You gotta get up at 5:30 in the morning, you need your sleep, right? So missed out on that. Thankful somebody took some pictures and I could still see it. Listen to these guys, wow. Okay, so before I leave, just gonna check on the chicks and then I'm gonna head off to work. I actually turned the heat lamp off last night, so it was cooking hot. They were all splayed out in there saying, turn it off, turn it off. They're all feathered out now. I think we're gonna kick them out to pasture this weekend, but just with a couple of days of rain that's coming, I want to keep them inside the coop for a little bit longer. So we'll see how they fared overnight with no heat. Hopefully there's not 55 dead chicks in there. No, these guys are doing fantastic. Put this bucket water in here with the nipples yesterday so they get this figured out before they head to pasture. Looks like they've got all over that. They figured it out. Well, I'm sure glad that one worked out because, you know, last night Carmen come home. I told her I turned the heat lamp off. She's like, "Are you sure?" And I was like, "Yeah, no, they're pretty warm." But it gets me thinking, like every time she says that, "Are you sure?" It's usually the right thing to do. And I was like, no, they're so warm. So anyways, previous history, she's called me out on that stuff and I've argued it and we've come out the next day and there's been a dead animal. So I'm just glad there's not 55 dead chicks in there this morning, because boy, would I have egg on my face. And yes, there is a pun intended there. All right, so I know I said I was gonna move these chicks out on the weekend, but today is actually gonna be like 19 degrees. So if it's gonna be a beautiful day, we might as well take advantage of it. So I'm gonna move a few of these chicks outside into the chicken tractor here. So I've got 6 little Cornish cross chickens here in my basket, and we're just gonna let them out in this nice grassy area. First thing it does is poops. Next is an obligatory PSA. Carmen asked me to mention when I show the ugly side of the chicken house that I should also show the other side of the chicken house so that you can see what's going on with it. So you can see the ladder's up and she is working to get this thing all painted and eventually look pretty so that these two will actually kind of match and it'll fit the color of the shop, the house, and everything. And it's not just this ghastly color. Okay, so I'm back out here in the chicken tractor with the little Cornish cross. They found their feed, they've been eating grass, they've pooped a ton. So things are moving, right? They're definitely digesting what they need to digest. That's good. We are getting a few little drops of rain here up on top of the tarp. I can hear it over my head here. So I'm just gonna leave these 6 in here. These are like 6 of our biggest ones, so they should be the best suited out for being outside. I'm not gonna put any more in here. I just wanna make sure, again, we've never done this before, right? So I don't know like how cold is too cold for these to stay outside. So I'll come check them later on here this evening. And if they start huddling like they're getting cold, then I'll probably just put them back in the crate and put them back in the chicken house for the rest of the evening. But I mean, here they were all, I mean, they're spread out, they're all around the place, right? So not too concerned about temperature for here. So one thing I do got to do though is take this water out of here and put it back in the chicken house. I had the bucket water in the chicken house just to train these guys to use it before we put them out in the chicken tractor, because I didn't want them to have to figure it out the day they moved. But the thing is, when they flick that little nipple on the bottom of the pail, there's a drop they drink and a drop that falls on the floor. So now the floor of the chicken house is getting wet. Out here in the chicken tractor, that doesn't matter. It just goes on the ground and the water and the grass gets watered. But in the chicken house, it gets a little bit gross, right? All the wood chips and the water and the chicken poo, and it just creates a hot, steamy, stinky mess. So I'm gonna go and switch these out, clean up those wet wood chips, and then put some fresh wood chips in there for them. So we got a call from Farm Phillies Ranch Supplies. Our sheep fencing is in, so we're gonna head over there and pick up some new fence material. So we've been trying to do like one fencing project a year and just kind of expand the areas that the sheep can go, not only for rotational grazing, but we also want to grow our flock too. So this year actually we are keeping, I think it's like 8 or 9 ewe lambs. We yet to be determined, actually. It depends on what Juliet has for lambs yet. So if she would only hurry up, and then we kind of have an idea what we're gonna do. Okay, so we just got back from Farm Phillies. Got a couple rolls of wire for our next fencing project. Carmen actually just texted me right when we were leaving there and said that Juliet was off in the field panting by herself. So I'm gonna grab a bucket of grain, go out there, fetch all the girls in. If she's gonna lamb, that's perfect. That'd be a great day to have them while it's nice and warm and it's not pouring wet and gross outside. No lamb yet. She's still got her appetite. Still willing to fight at the trough. But it won't be long, I'm sure. Check out that cloud back there. That could get interesting. I'd say we're gonna get real wet here soon. I think I'm gonna run outside, grab those little chicks out of the chicken tractor and just put them back in the chicken coop for the night. Better safe than sorry. Actually, you know what? Change of plans. Just threw a heat lamp in the corner here. It's only gonna be 5 degrees tonight with a heat lamp. They're in this corner where the tin's all at, so there should be no wind coming in here. I'm just gonna give it a try. Pray to God this works. Look at how greasy this thing is back there. There's literally like one spot back there where there's no rain coming down, right over top of Hodges. So hopefully they're getting their combining done. So right before supper here, Carmen asked me to move her garden hoses and onto some different pine trees. I think I'm good. I'm not gonna do that right now. We're literally bucketing down torrential rain right now. I think the trees are good. The neighbor's over there. I don't know if you can see him. He's over there somewhere mowing his lawn like a crazy man. So wish him the best of luck with that one. So as it stands, I'm just gonna stay inside and drink a cup of tea. I hope you have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.